This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back. Human rights lawyer Haya King is warning that false rape accusations carry serious legal consequences. His statement comes after Nigerian TikToker Mirabel admitted that her viral claim of being raped and assaulted in her apartment was fabricated and is now under investigation by the Ondo State Police Command. King emphasizes that while rape is a serious crime, the rights of those falsely accused are also protected by law. He explains that if an investigation proves the allegation is untrue, the accuser can face defamation or false accusation charges, and law enforcement may arrest and prosecute anyone who intentionally provides false information to the police.
The consequences of false allegation is the same with any other accusation as in rape. If you accuse somebody falsely of any offense and at the end of the day, it's discovered that the person did not commit the crime, what to do is to sue you for false accusation. You don't give information that you are not sure. You have to give a first-hand information. Accusation of rape is a very serious one. It's a very serious matter, just like any other allegation against you.
In other news, the Rivers State Director of National Orientation Agency, Edward Banigo, is urging Nigerians to remain committed to the democratic process despite the current economic challenges in the country. Banigo made the call in an interview with correspondent Emeka Otoka while reacting to voter apathy recorded in last Saturday's by-election. He attributes the low voter turnout to the attitude of some politicians towards the electorate after being elected into office. Banigo expressed confidence that the nation's economy would improve if citizens actively participate in choosing those who govern them.
People are generally apathetic because democracy must give people some dividends, something to hope for. And from our own report, so far, most Nigerians are not too happy with the dividend of democracy they are getting. So that will also influence participation. But in any case, we are saying we'll keep on telling them that, look, even though we are not there yet, we must keep on trying. Because even politicians, when they fail, they contest and recontest until finally they get victory. In the same way, too, Nigerians must put in their effort, show concern, vote and re-vote until they get what they want. If you go back home and sit down and say, look, after all, the one who voted will not do anything, then you can never get anything good.
The NOA director also notes that the turnout in the by-elections shows that more awareness and sensitization are needed to encourage public participation ahead of the 2027 general elections. Now to governance at the local level. The chairman of Ikwere Local Government Area, Charles Wobodo, says the ruling of the Rivers State High Court on the disputed Ohia Nsumide land in Mbodalo community must be respected. Speaking during an inspection visit to the land on Wednesday, Wobodo reaffirmed his support for the court's decision, stating that it would remain binding unless overturned by a higher court. He adds that findings from his visit suggest that some individuals are deliberately attempting to encroach on the land despite the subsisting judgment.
To me, as a local government chairman, it is very important I come here myself, so I should know whatever that is happening within my jurisdiction. It wasn't a boundary issue, but people who came in to claim what is not supposed to be their own. Judgment has been given in this matter. So I expect anybody who is so aggrieved, who do not agree with the judgment, they can also forward to appeal. If not, the land remains with the owners already. This is a law, for God's sake. So if law has given a verdict, we should remain with it. That is why we are law-abiding citizens of Nigeria. And so we can't go beyond that. Any other aggrieved person should go to appeal court, and that's it.
The Ikwere Council boss also promised to work with his Obiakpo local government area counterpart, Dr. Gift Wallo, to address issues surrounding the Ohia and Sumide land.
And I believe that I will also reach out to my colleague, the Obiakpo chairman, and we'll look at it very well and then make more pronouncement. Even if we are deciding, we can also decide outside what the court has said. If there is a judgment, the judgment remains. I am not saying that by coming here was to come and find out if we have a boundary adjustment between we and Obiakpo local government. No, the answer is not true. That what is happening here has nothing to do with Obiakpo in general.
Also speaking, a member of the Omo Okachi family and one of the claimants, Okachi Odo, distanced Odibola property from allegations of land grabbing. Ojo, who also serves as Chief of Staff to the Ikwere Local Government Area Chairman, explains that Odibola property was duly contracted by the Omokachi and Omonuo family of the Mbodo Alo community to design and execute the land layout on their behalf.
Odibola is not a land grabber. This is the something to ask for. Telling them anything that has to do with this land, that who also should be invited. And it's important you come to see things yourself. You cannot be here and allow the people to come and take over our land. That we have gotten valid judgment. In a judgment like this, all that is left for you is to go and appeal. And they have started the notice of appeal to that effect. They have also filed their state of execution that came against them for hearing, only for us to go to court. They withdrew it, and the state of execution has been struck out by the court.
Recall that in December 2025, the Rivers State High Court delivered judgment in favor of the Omokachi and Omonuo families of the Mbodalo community in Ikwere local government area over the disputed land. From Ikwere, we move now to Eche. The chairman of Eche Local Government Council, Chima Boniface Njoko, says his leadership will continue to focus on land administration, development standard, and the fight against land grabbing in the area. Njoko stated this at a strategic meeting with estate developers in Eche at the council secretariat, Okehi. He expressed appreciation for their interest in investing in Eche, describing their presence as a positive sign of growth and urban expansion in the area. He, however, says while Eche is open to genuine investors, the council will not tolerate land grabbing or any illegal acquisition of land.
When I took oath of office, first people I attacked was land grabbers. Eche is underdeveloped. If you want to come and develop Eche local government, it's a good intention, but in a legit way. You can't come inside Eche local government through miscreants. Instead of giving you 1 plot, you collect 2,000 plots. From 2,000 plots, you collect hectares of land. And that has been happening before. I inherited it, in fact. Mainly the problem of Eche local government is land grabbing. I took it upon me and I constituted a committee want to fish out the real developers and the land grabbers.
The chairman assures the estate developers that any investor who legally acquires land in Eche will be protected by the council. He also says the local government is prepared to facilitate the issuance of customary right of occupancy to legitimate landowners to guarantee their investment. The Eche Council Boss further advised the developers to always consult the council before purchasing any land within Eche to avoid cases of double revenue payment, disputes, and fraudulent transactions.
As a brother, as a team, let us be one. If you have a land or you purchase any land within Eche, come to my office. I will give you customary right of occupants for that piece of land. So that anywhere I take that, anywhere they come to that land, even if I'm no more here, it will speak for you. It will defend that property. And there will be a record, there will be a register of it. If I issue you, you will sign, I will sign. The picture will be there. So that if I'm not more here as a chairman of Eche local government, my successor will also inherit it. That so man purchased a piece of land, so community. The history will be there.
Also speaking, Chairman of the Anti-Land Grabbing Committee, Ima Wobilo, reiterated the committee's readiness to collaborate with estate developers in sanitizing land transactions across Eche. Dr. Ore Martins, who led the team of estate developers to the meeting, thanked the executive chairman for granting them the opportunity to interface with the council leadership and described the engagement as timely and necessary for fostering transparency and trust between the government and private investors. He pledged that they would adhere strictly to the chairman's directives, including liaising directly with the council before acquiring land and ensuring compliance with local regulations. In other news, Pleroma International High School and Laurel's Model College will clash in the semi-finals of Nigeria Info I Beg to Differ debate competition today, Thursday at 11 a.m. Temidara Cherish Akeju Wemimo and Irene Chijindu Amechi will represent Pleroma, while Ezano Princess Amara and Kenneth Ohiri Daniela will represent Laurel's Model College. The team will debate the motion corruption is a symptom of flawed systems, not flawed people. The debate is expected to be highly competitive as both schools battle for a place in the grand finale. The debate is taking place on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM as well.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Cuban authorities say 4 people were killed and 6 others wounded after a U.S. registered speedboat entered Cuban waters and opened fire on a Coast Guard vessel. The incident occurred near Cayo Falcons on Cuba's northern coast when a Cuban border patrol approached the Florida registered boat for identification. The Cuban commander on board was among those injured but received medical attention. The identities of the passengers and the purpose of their vessel in Cuban waters remain unclear. The Cuban government has launched an investigation to clarify the circumstances of the shooting. Well, on the news this morning, you heard Olatunji Disu has assumed office as the acting Inspector General of Police. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has tasked the acting IGP with tackling banditry and terrorism. You also heard that Disu's appointment as IGP is drawing reactions as a former AIG has defended his appointment to the new role. And on the foreign scene, 4 have been killed after Cuban border guards opened fire on U.S. registered speedboat. The news was edited by Ifunanya Obema Ndukwe. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.